What if I told you to stop revising? No more flashcards, no more papers, just close the books and walk away. And you heard me right. Here's the thing. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your grades is stop. Not forever, not out of laziness, but because most students don't fail because they aren't doing enough. They fail from not knowing when to pause. And hey, if you're watching this and you haven't even started revising for your next exam, stick around, because knowing when to start is just as important as knowing when to stop. Okay, so what am I going to talk about in the next few minutes? Essentially, I'm going to cover these few things. First of all, why grinding non-stop can actually hurt your grade. When is it the smartest move to pause? And how to take strategic, guilt-free breaks and even start at the right time if you haven't already. Let's start with the first group of people. So imagine you sit down for 3 hours straight, brain fog kicks in. I've had that before, the brain fog, you just can't remember anything. But you say to yourself, I have to keep pushing. My exam's next week, my exam's in a few days. You just keep on pushing through. You keep rereading the same page, doing the same question and keep getting it wrong, forcing yourself to sit through the past papers when you really just can't focus. You feel like you're doing everything right, but your grades are slipping or they're not improving. And look, that's not because you're bad. Okay, we just need to make that clear. It's not because you're bad. It's because your brain's run out of juice. Think of revision just like working out. If you don't rest, you're never gonna build any muscle. You'll just burn out in the end. And at that point, it's better to just stop. Don't excessively stop, but it's better at that point because you're not gonna get anything done anyway. So why waste your time doing something unproductive when you can just take a quick 15-minute break, get yourself back in the mood, see whether you can keep on going. So, just take a break outside. Don't go on your phone. I know everyone said that to you. Just don't. I promise you. TikTok's not gonna help your grade. Even all these people that, or this is what you should be doing, all you gotta do is take a quick break outside, don't look at your phone, and then go straight back to it afterwards. Okay, now imagine you're on the other side. You haven't even started yet. And you might click this video like, oh please, I don't wanna revise right now. And I know, I get it. That is true. No one wants to revise. I don't want to revise. No one wants to do the work. The problem is you have to. If you truly want the grades, you have to revise. It's just how it works. And look, maybe you're just scrolling TikTok, being a little bit guilty, thinking, oh, I should be doing something, but you just don't know where to start. And here's why this video is for you, because I'm gonna tell you where to start, how to start, because knowing when to start is half the battle. If you jump in tired, confused, then you'll end up burning out after 15 minutes of doing some work and just go straight back onto whatever you're watching before. Whether or not you've been revising too much or too little, here are 3 signs where you need a break. Number 1, if you reread without retaining any of the information. So if you read the same sentence like 3 times and it's just like, what did I just read? Like sometimes if you're late at night, something like that, you just can't do it. If you read the sentence, it's just gone. It's just gone in your head. Just take a break, take a short break. Maybe today just say, okay, it's end of, I'd rather get a bit more sleep tonight so then tomorrow I can wake up refreshed and make sure I can carry on working. Because you don't want to keep burning yourself out and then you'll never be able to work the next day and the next day and then it carries on. If you start to drop scores on your past papers, so if you keep on practicing and practicing and practicing and nothing's improving, maybe it's even getting worse, what do you do then? That's when you know you need a break. And if you sit down and revising actually just feels worse than not revising, you may need a break. Sometimes you just need that little push over, say, oh, I just don't want to do it, but you have to do it. But what you need to do is you need to sit down, do 15 minutes. If it feels like the worst thing you've ever done in your whole life, you might need another break. In all 3 cases, it isn't about putting more force into getting what you want. It's about a strategic pause to get where you want. Here we go. Here's how to stop and start the right way. So my first tip to you, use the 45-15 rule. It's pretty good if you just want to start off. Some people say take a 5-minute break. I think it's way too short. I think 45 minutes is a really good time to just sit down, to do a half a past paper or go through some revision notes and then take a 15-minute break, then start doing a past paper. And there you go. You just revise for 45 minutes, take a 15-minute break, and then go back to it straight after. In that break, take a walk, go outside, have a snack, reward yourself for just doing 45 minutes of really, really hard work. Make sure you don't go on your phone, go on your phone later, at the end of the day or in the morning, wherever you want to do it, right? And look, if you've been locking in this half term, doing loads of work over the half term, plan a break day. If you do revision for 5 days, have a break day on the 6th and then get straight back to it on the 7th day. But don't overuse it, once or twice over the whole month would be really good if you can. And you should really be focused. If you want those grades, if you want those top grades that you can secure, you need to put the work in. It's not gonna come just like that. And you could have this stoplight checklist. So do you feel like you're in the green zone, the yellow zone, or the red zone? The green zone is like, I feel so motivated right now, like the midnight motivation. You're just like, okay, I need to get revising right now. That's your 60 to 80%, maybe to even 100%. You're ready to start revising. Maybe that's good. You're gonna straight away go for it. Maybe do a bit longer than you actually would, just so you can capitalize on how you're feeling. And then the yellow zone, maybe you're feeling a bit down. You feel like, oh, I just don't wanna do it, but I have to do it right now, right? You could do some notes or consolidate some notes, do some flashcards, something light, right, to get you started. And if you can, then start going into past papers. And then the red zone, it's just like you absolutely can't, maybe your brain's fogging. Really keep this for severe circumstance. So what you have to do, just start on a new topic or just do something very small. Do this one question you got wrong, go to the bank of whatever questions you got wrong. And look, if you have not started yet, don't go straight into it. That's the most silly thing you can do. Don't plan a 3-hour revision session. You haven't done any hours the few days before. Start it slow. Start half an hour, take a half an hour break, see whether you can do some later, and come back to it the next day. I know a lot of you maybe only have a couple weeks left, but remember, these are the most important week. If you get complacent, your grades will dip. Remember, everything is equally weighted. So really just make sure you keep that consistency going all the way through and make sure you know where your goals are. The trick is to treat your brain like it's a race car engine. If it's starting to overheat, pull over to the pit lane, get it refreshed, and then go back straight into it, re-energized and ready to go. Because if you just keep going through with an overheat engine, eventually that's just gonna explode and you're just not gonna be able to do anything else for the rest of the race. And that'll be really, really bad. So just remember, pauses are part of progress, and planned starts definitely always beats panic starts. Remember, high achievers, the ones that are getting the best grades, they're not the ones that are cramming the night before. They're the one who plan strategically. They give themselves breaks, right? It's not like everyone should be revising 20 hours a day and never getting any sleep. It doesn't work like that, right? We can't do that every single day. We're gonna get burnt out. That's it. If you're watching this at midnight, exhausted, procrastinating, here's your permission slip. Pause, breathe, and just reset. Then come back, focused, ready to go, re-energized. There you go. Make sure to subscribe if you want some more GCSE tips and revision hacks to help you in this revision season. And drop a comment. Let me know which rule you're going to start implementing first. See you in the next one. Good luck on your GCSEs.